I'm gonna recreate all of the slow and inefficient n8n workflows with just plain English and AI. And by following what I'm about to show you, you will be able to take these n8n workflows and turn it into an app that customers would genuinely pay for. Alright, so we will start in some random school community where these people are sharing the n8n workflows with you, so you can take it and replicate them. The problem is these workflows are super generic and they are not flexible at all, which you will see in a moment. So taking it in and turning it into an app, you have the full customization and you can actually use it either for your own use case in your organization or make it valuable for your customers, because you can do everything for this specific use case for your customer. It's super rare scenario, honestly, where just a generic workflow will fit every scenario because every company is different. So often these people are sharing this video, which is basically a tutorial how to set it up. And then there is the JSON file. So UGC adds vo and sora.json. This is what interests us because we'll just download this file and they are sharing it because in n8n there's this feature that you can just go and click here in your n8n instance and then go here, click on the three dots, import from file and just choose this JSON and open and open. And what just happened, the entire n8n workflow is directly uploaded into n8n. Now this is a great feature, right? Because it's a huge time saver for you. At least it seems that way, but it's good for learning or not necessarily for making money, because now you've got complicated stuff that you didn't build from scratch. You don't know what's going on here, honestly. And even if you follow the tutorial, the problem is that you will most likely need to tailor it in some way for your customer. And now, as you can see, there's a lot of things happening here. So I just wanted to show you how it looks like in n8n. But what we are gonna do, we are gonna go to this page, which is cursor. Think of cursor as of lovable, but more detailed. And it helps you write code with plain English. So what you want to do is go on this page and click download for whatever your system is. And once you download this tool, you just go and open it. What you will see on the left will be the files we will be working with. We'll get to it in a second. Here you will get the preview of the file, and on the right you have the chat. Let me make it a bit bigger for you. You have the chat where you will be just telling your agents what to do with your files. This is all it is, honestly. So right now I just go to my JSON and drag and drop it here into my project. So this is the exact file we just downloaded from school community. So the same thing you see here in a visual way, it's represented by this file that we downloaded. And this is this file in not so visual and complex way. And don't be afraid, this is just JSON format. We're not gonna have to understand it. Our agents are gonna do that for us. I prepared a prompt for you that will take this workflow and break it down from trigger to the end, walk you step by step so you can analyze it, understand it, or just transform it into an app almost in one prompt. And I'm gonna do it live to show you what's possible, where we will face the issues, and what can be changed. Alright, so now I prepared a prompt for us to break down this JSON file into plain English so you can understand what's going on and actually transform it to an app. And don't worry, this prompt is free in the link below, so feel free to grab it there. And right now, if we're gonna go here, we want to type in this and enter. So here we're basically tagging this file. So let me walk you quickly through what's happening in this prompt so you understand what we are actually doing. The file present in represents an n8n automation. Inspect this file, and then we basically want to break down this file into implementation guide, So this will be first file, like a text file that will be created here on the left, which you'll see in a second, which will include a step-by-step, concise and to-the-point implementation guide for this automation to recreate this in code. And then we explain the sections, what each section will be, which will be easier for me to show you live actually. So I'm just gonna send this prompt, and while it's processing, I will, it's right now the agent is thinking what we should do for this prompt. And then we basically have all these other rules. So as you can see in this n8n workflow, we have agents, for example. So I just described that what we want to do with these agents, which we essentially, there are some rules and best practices for you to follow, so it will save you time. Then we've got the setup guide for us as a instruction, like so simple that even if you're a non-technical person, you just read it through. If you don't understand something, ask the agent following up questions. Like, this is the best thing. You can just basically treat it as your tutor and chat with it and ask questions. There's no such feature in n8n. So in my opinion, it's way faster to learn here this way. And then basically we have some specific rules for the automation, because I basically specified that here, as you can see, we've got the node for getting the rows, and here we've got updating the rows. So if you go to this sheet to show you, we've got the number, we've got the product photo, which is product photo, surprisingly. We've got the ICP, which stands for ideal customer persona. So basically, who are we targeting with it not? We've got the product features, we've got video settings, and we've got the model and the status, and then the finished video, so the video that we'll be getting out of this automation. So think of it this way, that we have this product image and we want to make an UGC ad for this. So, and we want to test different models. So from this image with these prompts, we're basically getting a video like this.
I love that these creatine gummies actually give me more energy for my sets, and they're tasty, so I actually remember to take them every day.
Yeah, like, it isn't like the most important part of the video. The most important part of the video is for you to show what's possible, and actually a lot of clients are asking for UGC ads right now. So if you can make them good and at scale, because the most value here honestly is just in scaling and testing your creatives, especially for Meta ads, for Facebook, because there's where often there is your ICP for this type of products, honestly, and they don't really either notice or care it's AI, but yeah, it's just a side note. Okay, so let me show you what's happening in here. So now, right now, our agent is just thinking through what it's gonna do, and he's creating the files that we specified that needs to be created. So for example, we've got NV, an example. I'm just gonna walk you through this file, so don't worry. We've got the implementation guide, and we've got still our JSON file. Now, as you can see, it's creating the setup guide as we speak, which will be our instructions. So I'm gonna just click keep all. If you see like green here, it's like currently in the changes, so you can like edit this file live and say like, hey, but basically you can just go keep all, and I'm gonna remove it because we don't really need it here. But yeah, it's just about accepting the changes that the agent is making to your files, so you have the full context and understanding of what's going on. And as you can see, it's just running commands and creating everything for me that I asked for. Yeah, we just have to wait a second. So right now, as you can see, it's creating my prompts. So these are the prompts for the agents. So these prompts. If you go here you've got the prompt. So this same exact prompt, we just go here and we have the same prompts here. So here in the prompts folder, we just sort the prompts for the agents. Here in .nv.example, we have all the credentials that you need for the automation to work. So it's same as, for example, you have to make an, let's say here, you use video model from, I can see Kai AI API. And for that, you need to authenticate with this API. So same thing you do in n8n, you have to do here, which is essentially setting up this variable so you can connect to the service you are using. As you can see, there's a lot of prompts because there are a lot of agents here. So it's taking some time, but way faster than you were to do it in n8n manually. So, and all you have to do is basically I can go now and I don't know, brew some coffee and wait for it to finish. So, okay, we've got more prompts, more prompts, more prompts. All these prompts are, by the way, taken from here. Like all these prompts are here in JSON. As you can see the text. Here we've got the prompt. So we just extract it from here and put it directly into these prompts to make it well organized and clean. And I specified in last rule, as you can see, I specified that we want to have the output and input folder. And why I did it is because for the inputs folder and outputs folder, we'll have the same things as here. So we will input all the CSV files, not to connect with Google Sheets, just to show you how it's working. We won't connect to the Google Sheets because it will take us time to actually go through this authentication. And we're just gonna go and download the file from here in CSV. In CSV format, so think like Google Sheets, Excel, or anything else, you will just be able to import as an input, and our outputs will be these videos that I just show you. That's why I want to separate it from the inputs and outputs folder. Now that I downloaded this file, I'm just gonna go here and let's name input CSV. Let's drag and drop it here, and let me actually show you something real quick. Alright, so now that we downloaded our CSV file and we imported it here, as you can see, this is the same CSV file, so the same we have here. It's here, right? So we've got all these variables here set up. This is the same file, just to show you in looking a bit differently, but it's the same exact thing. And now we go keep all, and now let me walk you through what's going on in here. So this one is just the template, which we won't really need. So let's stick with this one. This our CSV file that we will input. So we'll say basically from these images with these prompts, we want to create all the video ads presented here. In outputs folder, which is empty now, we will have actually the videos that we'll be creating. Now we've got the prompts folder, which is every prompt for every AI agent. So every AI agent here, this one, have these prompts here. And then we've got the nv.example, which I already briefly explained, which is essentially all the credentials you need to set to connect to your service. Then we've got the implementation guide, which I will get to in a second. Prompt helper is just a simple code that will help us load the prompts. And we've got the setup guide here, which walks us through what we're gonna do, which we will actually use in order to connect to the service. And we've got the JSON from where all the information we have extracted. So now let's go ahead and see the implementation guide. The implementation guide is for you if you want to learn. All right, so here we've got the preview of the instructions, so you can see exactly what's going on in here. And this is like the best way that you can learn things, because we will just read this stuff and understand what's going on. We see the inputs, what's going on in here, what's going on in the next step, what's going in the next step. So it's like step-by-step explanation, as you can see, like extremely detailed to the point that you will feel bored with it, honestly. And yeah, basically you've got all what's required for you to set up, how you want to install things, what's what, the overall architecture, everything is broken down for you so you actually understand what's going on and what you're doing. and I didn't create it, right? So this was all done by the agents, as you can see. And right now, let's also preview this one. So this is what interests us, which we're gonna go step by step. And I'm just gonna execute these steps in order to make it work. Okay, so first of all, we've got like to install the pipenv, which we won't need because I have it on my computer. This is essentially for managing the environments to keep your, if you have like multiple coding projects, it's easier to keep things clean with this way, but we can skip this step. And right now we want to have these accounts in order to go there and create the API keys to set up in our environmental files. So let's start with AI. We're gonna go here. As you can see, I have the account. If you don't have one, you just need to set it up, and that's honestly all. So we're gonna go here. Let's see, where is it? Can I go here? Probably API key. And as you can see, there's my one API key. I'm just gonna create second one and call it like n8n automation video create, and I'm just gonna copy paste it. Now this is something you want to protect and don't expose to anyone. I'm showing you this because I'm gonna remove it once you watch this video, but just to show you and just so you know, just protect this one. So go to this, sign up for an account, navigate to your dashboard, copy your API, save it. You'll need it in step 3. All right, so I already know that my step 3 will be just change it here. So you can just go to nv.example and copy paste this one. So this is your API key stored here. Perfect. Now what we want to do is go to step number 2. Open router AI. So we follow this link and we want to sign up for Open Router. Alright, so once I've already signed up, now what's the next step? Sign up, add credits to your account, go to keys section, create a new API key. Okay, so we'll need to add some, let's say, we have the n8n automation video, credit limit, I don't really care. And we're gonna click here to copy the value. And again, I'm just gonna go here and find the Open Router API key, Open Router API key here. So we copy paste it here and we've got another thing done. We need to edit credits to our account, which you need for every service. Even if you did it in n8n, you're using external providers. So if you're using models from OpenAI, you will have to pay them. If you're using OpenRouter, you have to pay them. If you're using AI, you have to pay them. Or everyone's there to make money, unfortunately for us. Sometimes some of these models are free to use on OpenRouter, and sometimes these services give you free trial. In this use case, we'll have to actually buy some credits. So let's add credits. Give me a second. Okay, so as you can see, I just clicked the add credits here and bought credits for like $5 just to show you how this stuff is working here. Clever. And right now we've got the API key, we've got the credits, so this step is done. Let's move to the next one, OpenAI. So we have to go to their platform, not to ChatGPT. You go to their platform, same as you were doing for n8n automations before. You go to dashboard, go back here, and again go to nv example file. All right, copy paste it, save. All right, so this step is done. Now you want to install dependencies. So all you need to do here, you have this funny thing which is called terminal. So just go pipenv install, and this installs all of the requirements, dependencies for you to successfully run the app. So if you go to inspect this file, you can see that it actually didn't install all the packages. I see. So yeah, because we didn't have the pip file created for some reason. So what we actually need to do is go here and let's just search for pipenv. So you just have to run this command, and this command will actually install all all of the packages that you need to run this. So meanwhile it's installing, I'm just gonna go here and okay, run this command to create the configuration file. So we want to do this. Unfortunately, I am a bit stupid and I put all the API keys here, but following the instruction of AI, which is smarter than I am apparently, you just have to go and copy this file. So let's type it cp.nv.example.nv. Now this command may differ if you are on different, if you're on Windows. I'm on Mac here, so we've got this nv file, which basically copied this exact file here. You just don't want to commit later your API keys to the web, to the GitHub, so you shouldn't set it in an example. You should set it here, but it will all be working. So now that we have set this thing up, we go to the next step. So let's see, required replacements. So now you do what I just did and take all these API keys and change the values in the NV file. All other values can stay as default. Save the file after making changes. So it's all done. And now we need to prepare our input data. So right now we'll prepare the data for running the automations. The tool needs these folders. Should already be included. Inputs. Okay, we have it. Outputs. Okay. Prompts. Okay. We don't have the automation. We have the prompt helper and we have the NV file. So we don't have the automation, and this is to be created as developer as outlined the prompt. So we'll now say to our developer, our AI agents, okay, I set up the NV files and right now I want to prepare inputs and outputs, but I don't have the outlined structure yet, as I lack the automation file, which is our entire automation essentially. Inspect the instructions and create accordingly. And we're just gonna mark now the implementation guide and setup guide, so it actually creates the automation file for us, and we'll just send it, and meanwhile it will build our automation for us. We'll focus on the learning. In the meantime, prepare your CSV file, create or copy inputs product CSV file. Use this exact structure. So the structure, as you can see, as we have here. Okay, so the same structure. And as you can see, it explains what is in each row. So number, unique identifier, number each row, 1 to 3, product photo, file name of image in inputs folder, AG, model. So here we've got the models, status, set ready for rows you want to process, finished video, leave empty, will be filed automatically. All right, so as you can see, we've got all the instructions here. So as you can see, we've got all the information here, what we need to do. So let's actually do it in our CSV file. So let me drag and drop it here. What it does for us is we have this file on the right side. So right now we'll leave the products as there are, right? So okay, let's go step by step. Number, unique identifier, as you can see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 15. Product photo, file name of image in inputs folder. So in inputs folder, we need to actually have these files here, because right now I downloaded it and it's from the link. So it is hosted on some external service, and we will be running this automation locally to show you how it's working. So right now, what I will do, I will be lazy and I will run another agent in the meantime. So let me click plus here and let's say this. I want you to write and tell me how to run it. A Python script that will basically automate, because I'm lazy, I will automate the downloading of these images to our inputs folder, just so I don't have to go to every link and download it manually. So if I were to do it manually, I were to go to each link, go to save image as, name it Mac PG, for example, and then go to our files and then drag and drop them here. But I'm not gonna do it because we're lazy and there are 15 products, so we're not gonna do it. What we will do instead is say, I want you to write and tell me how to run it as script item that will for each row of the input.csv will take the URL present in product photo and download it to the inputs folder. So we have the inputs folder and put the file name in the product photo column in the CSV file, following the guidelines specified in setup guide. And now we're just gonna go here and we're just gonna go here, gonna go copy, and this is our instructions, what we need to do. So then we have the product images, model. The model is the ICP, product features. We don't change anything here. The models stay as they are, and the status set to ready for rows you want to process. Let's actually say that we are going to do this for all the rows. Or, alright, let's do it just for the energy drinks. So right now, as you can see here, from 1 to 12, we've got all of them ready and we have finished videos. And these 3 are ready. So we will test these 3 models against these 3 columns. So let's just say that for this automation, we also want... Okay, so we don't need to change anything here. We're not gonna move this one. Okay, that's all. So let's send this prompt. So just so you're not confused, I will explain it one more time. So here in the input CSV file, we have the product, which is our product. We have the product photo, which is the link stored on the web. So if I were to go and copy this link, Control A, Control C, and copy paste it here, you can see this image opens. So this is the exact image that we'll be fetching into our automation. But because I specified, we could also do it like in normal automation and store the links here. But just because we went the route for storing this here in our folders locally, we just want to download these images here into inputs. And right now, as you can see, we've got the Python script, which is the... Sorry, where is the script? Download images. So here's the download images. So all you need to do here is run pipenv, run python download images. This is the exact command that this. So how to run it, direct Python execution. So this exactly, we can just copy paste it and run it here. And we basically, as you can see, we just copy pasted this command, we're running it here, and you can see that we are downloading the images. So right now, if you were go to the inputs folder, we've got the images here. So the same image were just downloaded into our automation. And if you were to go now into inputs CSV, okay, and as you can see, we've got the images, but right now what we would want to have here are these images. Let me close all. Okay, amazing. So as you can see, we've got these images downloaded here in our app just by running this Python script. I didn't even take a look at it, and it's all working, and the paths were changed, as you can see. So the script is ready to run. Now we're gonna run it for everywhere. This script will run for everywhere where the status is ready, as outlined in our setup guide. So once we have all the product photos in our inputs folder, we have to run the automation and we'll see what's happening. The only thing is, can you double check if the file structure is correct for the script to access it and run as we have inputs and inside images, and the CSV files is at inputs level, and here's the automation. Hey, where's this? Can I hey, what? Okay, we can just drag and drop it. Here's the automation and implementation. So we just want to check, we want to double check if everything is running correctly. And right now we have started the application. So this is basically all. So right now, yeah, so as you can see, we just moved the files to the inputs folder because for some reason the agent wanted to create another folder, which we don't really need. So now it's checking for us if everything is working correctly. And in a second, once it's done, we're gonna run this command specified here to actually run the app, and we'll see what will happen. All right, fix issues. So we just copy paste it. And once we run this command, this application opens for us. It's still loading, as you can see. Okay, so we've got like CSV file not found, inputs product CSV, just because we have this named differently. So we have like input CSV, as you can see, and we've got products CSV. So what I'm gonna do is just rename it to products CSV, and then I will refresh it. And as you can see, it's loading the data. So as you can see, our CSV file is perfectly loaded for us here, so we can see this is finished and this is ready. So this needs to be done. We can preview the files that we have like total rows, ready, finished 12, and ready 3. So this 3 found 3 rows ready for processing. See, it's all AI coded. Like I didn't do a thing here, and we even have to can see the rows that needs to be processed. Like guys, how amazing this is! Like this is super self-explanatory. And imagine you just take it and install it for a client, and it has this interface with everything in here instead of like some n8n automation. He's not knowing what's going on, and you don't know if something bad happens, some error happens. You have full control over what's going on here. So what we have here, like I'm exploring it the same time as use it, like I see it for the first time. Row 1, create gummies, okay. Okay, so we select a video to preview. Oh, okay. So we have the product photo and generated videos. Okay, that's nice. Okay, it's really amazing. So if you were to store these videos locally, you can preview the videos here. Okay, so run automation. It should take these 3 rows and run it. Will we face any errors? Maybe. Or will it run at the first time? I think we might face some errors with the APIs, but let's see. So we're running the automations and it's processing videos. So now let's give it a second and let's see what we will come back to. So right now, if I were to go to logs, I can see what's going on. And I can see that we've got updated row, processing row. So as you can see, row 13 failed. Okay, not found for URL. So we've got some error there. That's interesting. Okay, we've got here some jobs submitted. So we've got all the logs here, and this is really gold for us because by having this here, all you have to do is in cursor, click here and click on this button, and it's in the chat. And you can ask to explain, to fix it. You can learn so much faster with these tools, like so much faster, guys. Like I don't know why everyone is just sticking to n8n. n8n is great tool for prototyping. Like I have nothing against this tool. This is really good for prototyping. But if you actually have some idea and you want to install an app into client or go from a service-based business to an app, to something that is scalable, to something that you can install for clients and make money with it, recurring revenue monthly, not having to be stuck on the meeting and just reduce your time on communicating with the clients. Go from this agency to apps. Like this is the way to go. Like you have to learn these tools first to understand what you're doing, especially if you're bootstrapping. If you have the money to hire developers to do everything, okay, I would still recommend to learn understanding the tech principles and understanding what is what, so you know what are you actually capable of doing, because running a business without any, if you run a business without any understanding of this stuff, not the best approach in my opinion, but you can outsource the development still to Upwork, Fiverr, or just find some developers, agencies or whatever. But still, guys, crucial is so you understand what's going on, you understand AI, like you want to run AI business not understanding AI because you're too lazy to learn AI. Please explain to me how are you going to do it. Like your learning path shouldn't be like steep. You just have to tailor it for your goals. You don't have to learn machine learning to be able to use models and know what they're capable of. So we've go now processing energy drink. So let's give it some more time. I wonder what the issues are here. So this is some issue that basically says that that's in the interface, not really relevant, so we don't really care. Okay, so it's working. Here we're starting the automation, found 3 rows, processing, amazing. Oh, see, here we've got row 13 failed, 404 client error not found for RLC. Now, if you, just by knowing the basics, if you were to learn what is 404 error, you already know where this issue points you. If you don't know, that's why we've got this amazing tool here. So I will just start a new chat. I will go ask. There's literally the mode to ask here. And I will mark just Control A, Control All. I don't have to do anything else. And now, please break down these logs for me, extracting any issues and explaining to me the root causes of them, pointing me to the piece of the code that causes the issue. Explain like I see code for the same time and have nothing to do with tech, using simple language. All you have to do. And then I also have automation and send it. And now it will just explain to you what is exactly going on and where the issues are. So yeah, really amazing stuff to do, guys. But right now, let's see, looking at your logs, I can see one critical error and few warnings. Semi-program line. Your automation crashed when to analyze image. What do you think of it okay, let me read it out for you. This is really important so you understand how easy it is. Your automation crashed when trying to analyze an image, and then it points you to error image analysis failed. Pretty self-explanatory. What this means in plain English, think of it like calling a phone number that doesn't exist. Your code tried to contact OpenAI service to look at an image and describe it, but OpenAI said, I don't know what you're talking about. 404 not found. Simple? Just don't be afraid of it. Where it happens in your code. Now we just click it and we literally just see, if I were to zoom it out a little bit out for you and I click this piece of the code, it literally marks for me the piece of the code that is responsible for this error. Guys, how simple this is. In n8n, how you would debug n8n, you just have to go through these notes, execute it, see where it's break, read the error, go to ChatGPT, ask, come back, you don't know what's going on in there. And here you got the exact point to the code. Let's say you don't understand this code at this point. So let's read it through. Why it's failing, possible reasons. Wrong API key, your OpenAI key might be expired or invalid. Wrong model name. The model, GPT-4 or latest, might not exist or don't have access to it. So I already know it's probably this reason, because in n8n there might be. I'm not sure 4 or latest is still in the API. It was a year ago. So we'll have to check this one. URL, the endpoint might have changed. One of the possible errors. No access. Your OpenAI account might not have Vision API access. Check your env file and verify the settings. So you then go verify the settings. Minor warnings, not breaking but should fix. So this is some warnings which we're not gonna take care of now. What actually happened? Row 13 failed, couldn't analyze the image, blah 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 blah. And as you can see, I'm just gonna stop it for a second. Stop the app. And now we want to fix this issue. So we've got the potential. It's really good that this issue happened because I want to show you how is it to fix it. So what actually happened? Row 30, energy drink, generated a prompt successfully, created a reference image, downloaded the image, failed, couldn't analyze the image, and we've got the wrong API key. So let's check this one. API key, and we've got this API key here, which is, I think it's correct. So I don't think this is the issue right now. Wrong model name, the model GPT-4o latest. GPT-4o latest. The problem is, I'm not really sure there is already this model. So let's say OpenAI docs GPT-4o latest vision endpoint, and let's see if we have this still. Overview, analyze images. This is something that just interests us. Okay, see, we have, first of all, we're using for 1 is copy pasted here, go to agent mode and say, I think it's either URL, model, or both. Can you check with this documentation to make sure it's good API call to good model? And we copy paste this documentation. That's all. That's literally all. We don't really need this one. So that's really all we need here. So right now it's thinking, and let's look. I copy pasted the documentation for you, right? So you have to work. What your code is doing all the way. See, the code is old. That's why we took some old automation. So the code is depreciated. So no longer this model is supported in the API probably, or it's different in like n8n. It may be structured a bit differently. So add and publishes to responses, which is new for 1 messages input. All right. Implement this fix and also implement it in .nv example. So I know what to change in nv, and we just say automation nv example. We just now asked it to run it once again. It's easy to solve it with plain English. I didn't touch code at all, as you've seen. So the value that I want to show you, the conclusion is that don't be afraid to change the tool from n8n to something different sometimes, because it might be quite advantageous for you. And often these n8n templates are really generic, and it's hard to sell them. It's good for you to prototype prototype a solution before you go to code, but it's really hard to it's good for visibility, and you see what's going on, you understand it as a non-technical person, right? You see these notes here and all this stuff. But if you want to go from service-based model and install an app for a client that he will be using, you can build an interface this way that he can submit everything in there and get the UGC videos in the interface, like a custom app for them, which you can charge revenue on a monthly basis, like monthly retainer for them, for a lot of money. So yeah, that way more flexibility, and this is the way to go, guys. So yeah, don't be afraid to take some time and learn these things, and it will now keep processing new rows. Yeah, we can just wait for other videos to process right now. But yeah, I will drop the results. But for now, let's finish this video. See you soon. Bye bye.